Hey everybody, Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump is the 45th president officially of the United States, and that was after a vote that was taken by the Electoral College today. Now, we have to say that this is official and that Donald Trump is the winner. We had the Electoral College. There was an opportunity for the Electoral College to actually reverse the vote. It didn't happen. In fact, what was most telling about how the November 8th election went was that Donald Trump not only topped 270 votes, but 300. And Hillary Clinton, at 5:28 Eastern Standard Time, was stuck at 168 votes. That's far fewer votes than she actually got, electoral votes, than she actually got on November 8th. Why? Defectors. People who voted for Bernie Sanders, for Spotted Owl, for Colin Powell in Donald Trump's case, but you get the idea. They voted for someone else. But in Hillary Clinton's case, the defections were obvious. And it was that vote outcome a sign that, once again, the reason why we Democrats lost the presidential election was because we ran an unpopular candidate. We had basically the lesser of two evils. African Americans sat out this round to the tune of a negative 5%. President Obama enjoyed 93% African American voter turnout in 2012. Hillary Clinton was 88%. That's a dramatic drop. Add to that the fact that African Americans are now 12% of the voting electorate, whereas in 2012 was 13%. Hey, percentages make a difference. So overall, you can say that we were 6% less involved this time than we were in 2012. And then, of course, Latino turnout was all over the place because, frankly speaking, unlike the ideas of some, being Latino, Hispanic is actually, and this is backed by U.S. Census, Latino white, Latino black, Latino Asian, Latino, you get the idea. There's no one type of person that's truly Latino. And so Latino votes were all over the place and not as solidly against Trump as you would think, given his statements and actions regarding illegal aliens. And that's because there's some Latinos who do not identify themselves as having, quote, that problem, unquote, or being, quote, that person, unquote. So where we are right now is we have a president-elect who is the first person we've ever elected in history that wasn't a politician or a military personnel member at one point, or before he came into office. That is, in and of itself, a development that should be applauded. We almost got there with Ross Perot before. And the question is, why is it that the Republican business guys, as opposed to the Democratic business guys with the money, or gals, run for office and run for president all the time? I can't think of a Democratic billionaire that turned around and tried to run for president and made actually some significant inroads. Can you? Inform me. My well runs dry here. So right now I say this, we have to get behind Donald Trump because let's say the Electoral College did bolt and it wasn't Trump and everything was thrown to the House of Representatives. There would be celebrations in Oakland, but there would be not necessarily demonstrations, but you don't know what would happen someplace else. And given the types of people, frankly speaking, the kind of white supremacist wackos that cast their lot behind Trump, you don't know what they do or who they pick off or kill or harm. I'm not kidding you. And I say that because it is noted online that the white nationalist, white supremacist website Stormfront is populated by an inordinate number of people who have criminal backgrounds. I mean felony criminal backgrounds, not misdemeanors, felonies. Okay? Felonies. So maybe it's a good thing, just for the stability of the country, that we have Donald Trump as president. And something else I'll offer to you. I was watching the NFL Network, And Jim Brown came on, and Jim Brown talked about his conversation with Donald Trump. And then Ray Lewis on Colin Cowherd's show talked about meeting Donald Trump with Jim Brown. And they said he came across like a business person, that not the person running for office, that caricature that we were used to seeing. That's encouraging. So I'm going to give Donald Trump a chance, but always looking with one eye at what he's doing, one very suspicious eye at what he's doing all the time. Because Donald Trump is a walking conflict of interest, and that business issue has to be sorted out. Now, those of you talking about Putin and Russian hacking, I remind you of this very sobering fact today. The Electoral College put Donald Trump in. There was no hacking. There was nothing. Now, if it can be proved that there was hacking along the way, we need to revisit the system. But if we don't have the stomach to do that, then we have to simply get behind Donald Trump as president, but also make absolutely certain that we, as Democrats, block vote and get what we want. Treat Donald Trump like the Republicans treated Barack Obama.